There are a ton of things that separate SDAT from other marathons. We have our bumpers, we have the Speed Docs music in the intermission, we have Crunchy Brown, and we have Sable to open the show.
And even if she were available outside of this time slot, we would still put her here.
That's right. Sable returns with the Pathless All Bosses. A little cozy run to get the Weekend 2 started off right. Watch Sable and Pickles look to purify the land of evil red gloom. Is this a Ben 10 run? CJ, explain yourself.
Alright, hear me out. We don't usually take games like this, right? But this game doesn't look bad at all. We got a cool scooter. I mean, I don't know anything about Ben 10 other than Grandpa is a plumber and the edgelord kid becomes a main character, but this game is way better than it has any right to be, which makes it absolutely perfect for SDAT. This is a Castlevania game for the Game Boy? CC, explain yourself.
You know damn well I don't make the schedule. This is you again.
God damn it. Okay, I think the original lead-in game here was Doraemon 3, but I didn't like how it clashed against Resident Evil. Like, it felt really jarring to transition from Doraemon 3 to Resident Evil 3, you know?
You didn't find the transition from Ben 10 Power Trip to Game Boy Castlevania to be jarring?
Well, you don't, shut up.
Tempest Mask 1000 will return to SDAT to showcase Castlevania Legends on the Game Boy. This game sets us up for a spooky block. Because CJ is a chicken and won't be here to contest that fact by interrupting me, I will talk to you about our Resident Evil block. Up first is Liam McNinety with Resident Evil 3 Any%. All we heard during the event last time this game was run was how the remake didn't do the original justice. So maybe we'll see the secret sauce missing from RE3 Remake. And up next is Resident Evil 6.
Okay, believe it or not, I actually went out at midnight to get this game when it came out.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it was cool. They had a Korn cover band play in the old Hollister at the mall. It was really cool. They opened and closed with Freak on a Leash.
How far did you get into the game?
The opening scene, when something throws a car at Leon, that freaked me out. It was 2 a.m. and I was home alone. I put the game back in the box and I never played it again.
Of course. Well, don't worry, CJ. There are no rogue cop cars in this game. This is New Game Plus Ada's story. No jump scare automobiles for you to worry about. There is still the undead horde, but the series stepped away from horror and towards action around this point. You'll be okay, bud.
Now that the scary things are gone, let's end our day with some cute shit. Etiquette, the Pokemaster himself, returns to SDAT with the newest entry into the mainline Pokemon series, Scarlet and Violet. We're gonna do the 8 gyms and be the Elite Four. This game has more treasures for us to find, but we'll have to save those for another day. If you're a Poke-Pace pal, you won't want to miss this Poke-tastic escapade.
And to end day 4, we have Pokemon Crystal Clear by Fearful SR. A ROM hack of what many people consider to be one of the best Pokemon games ever made. ROM hacks are like eating a home-cooked meal after being away from home for a while, but they change the recipe a little bit. What I know for sure is this is a great way to end the day.
What the fuck? What's this?
What happened?
Someone wants to submit to the marathon, but, submissions are closed.
Like they just messaged you now?
Yeah, it's, West Dog?
Well, can you find out what they want to do?
Yeah, hang on. Can you tell me what you wanna do?
I think it's hilarious that you can't type when you're talking unless you say out loud what you're typing.
He says Super Smash Brothers.
Yo, Melee?
64.
Oh. Well, that's still hype.
Yeah, but like, Where do we put it?
You could put him on Road to SDAT.
Yeah, but we already recorded that like an hour ago. Fuck it, let's put him here. Can you do midnight on day 4? He said yes. Okay then.
Well then, to actually close out day 4 is Westdog, making his SDAT debut with Super Smash Bros. 64 all characters. He even has an incentive to do all the bonus stages. What a way to end the first day of Weekend 2.
When Quill told me he was submitting Yoshi's Woolly World, I thought to myself that he is angling to win the Shuli Woovens Award at the SDATs. It feels unfair to coerce Shuli with something so adorable just to win an award, but here we are. This game is adorable and the run is really cool. You should definitely get here early for the start of Day 5.
When Bowden told me he was submitting Smooshy Come Home, I thought to myself that he was angling to win the Shul Woovens Award at the SDATs. It feels unfair to coerce Shuli with something so adorable just to win an award, but here we are. This game is adorable, and the run is really cool. You should definitely get here early for the start of Day 5.
As the old saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. And as the other old saying goes, Spelunky is better with 3 people.
People have never said that.
I don't know all people ever. Someone probably said it at some point. Hobtor, Suspense, and Yandy are playing Spelunky all journal entries co-op. It's a 35-minute jaunt into this pretty cute little game. Just like that, we have a little cute block on our hands. Maybe we can keep the energy going. What's up next? With no animus or disrespect meant to the titular poultry or our good friend Recolt, of all the words that can be used to describe Mort the Chicken, I don't think that cute or any of its synonyms are one of them.
Seems a little harsh.
It's good enough to make the marathon on its own merits. I think the cutscenes are great, and I haven't decided if I'm going to lock them behind incentives or not. It depends on how mean I'm feeling.
Give the people the cutscenes. For a price. From the popular WarioWare series comes one of the WarioWare games that nobody played because it was on the Wii U.
Do you think in 20 years that we'll talk about forgotten games from the Wii U the way we talk about the Satellaview or the Philips CDI?
Probably not, because Nintendo released everything worth a damn onto the Switch anyways.
That's a good point.
Game & Wario is a cool little gem that you might have missed from the Wii U. Watch as Retro Wavy motions his way to the end of the game in any percent. Hey CJ, this is your submission.
Yeah, I had originally planned on submitting like a cool game showcase, but I decided just to do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again.
Why did you decide that the people needed to see this game for a 6th time?
Well, to be honest, I got better at it since any of the other times. Like, I broke a 5-year-old PB, which seemed impossible at the time. Plus Spicy 8 happened, and I suddenly stopped being a pumpkin.
A pumpkin?
It's a Cinderella gag. Any Hoosers, yeah, I've saved like 3 minutes off my PB, and I want to show you all how fast I am now. We'll have Crunchy and Dayman on, so it'll be like a podcast.
Speaking of Dayman, Dayman's Game Show Hour returns with battleships. 2 friends enter, but will they be friends after? For all you billionaires out there looking to see shipwrecks, This game is $19.99 at your local Target, and you don't run the risk of imploding.
Funny enough, you can use the same controller.
That's true, and you don't have to spend all that money either. You can just, get the old pegboard out and start playing. It's, free. CJ, we got a banjo submission to end day 5.
Oh yeah? Who is it?
Schlongster.
God fucking damn it! That fucking guy again, for fuck's sake! Why does this keep happening to me? Okay, that's not so bad.
It also has Pixel Wheezy. It's a 100% FFM race.
God, there's 2 of them now. Please tell me the incentive is to not get the ice key.
Nope, no ice key. Lessons were learned there. It says Door of Grunty Skep.
Okay. Well, you know what? Banjo's a good game. I think Asmi's gonna commentate. Everyone involved is nice, even if my blood boils a little bit. So it's gonna be okay, I think.
There's one more thing, bud.
What's that?
You're hosting.
Fuck!
We're starting off day 6 an hour earlier to fit in a few extra runs. I'll be getting up at the same time. The marathon will just start an hour earlier than usual. And starting off day 6, we have Speed Docs alumni and SDAT legend The Packhole with Project 8. It's a really cozy run to start off the day, and in this house, we stan Tony Hawk games.
Is there a universe where I would play a game as frustrating as Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy? I don't think so. At least it'd have to be for charity. Batfish, on the other hand, lives in a universe where they play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy and only sometimes do it for charity. You're a man who lives in a pot and has a sledgehammer, and you have to go up. It sounds easy, but it's stupid hard, which makes it more impressive when it's done fast. Fly Me to the Moon! The next run is Fallout New Vegas by Grandpa Ghost. Everyone's second favorite grandpa's here to do all DLCs glitchless. As the sailor once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Explore the legend of the Sierra Madre, journey to Zion National Park, visit the pre-war research centers of the Big MT, and meet the man who is supposed to take the Platinum Chip. If you're a Fallout fan, this is the run for you.
I've received a cue card that says that Metroid isn't scary, but that CJ is not going to read these for different reasons, which don't have to do with him being scared. I added the scared part, he didn't write that for himself. This is a ROM hack of Metroid Fusion by Speed Docs regular Linkameister, which ties in perfectly to our next game.
Psych! Well, it was intended to be a Metroid block, but Reed's turned out to be British, or something like with that fancy tea drinking accent, and he can't do a run at 5 a.m. I mean, neither can I, but how dare he have reasonable boundaries? For fact, Reed's offered to play through sleep deprivation, but I decided to be a human being and move his run 2 hours earlier, because that's just how great of a person I am. Hold your applause, please. It's About Time. No, really, that's the game. Crash Forward, It's About Time by Reeds returns to SDAT in the heart of US primetime, in the middle of UK degen time.
Returning to our regularly scheduled programming, an actually slightly spooky game by CJ standards, Metroid Dread comes to SDAT. Avoid Emmys and fight the bird cult people as Samus Aran, a bikini model bounty hunter in a power suit. It's Beeve returns to SDAT to navigate the world of ZDR. Remember to parry, smile. To end day 6, we have a great race for you. In the Battle of Console Supremacy, we have a Year of the Dragon race, original versus remake. In the OG corner, we have the Texas Tornado, Hammerhead Labs. In the remake corner, we have the Thunder from Down Under, Clock District. It's important that you call him Clocky.
That sounds like a great race.
Oh, I haven't revealed the best part. Their incentive.
I love incentives. What are they gonna do? Multi-generational bone dance?
Close, except no, not at all. The incentive is for you, CJ, to play only up on stream. At varying intervals, we will turn on your microphone, your webcam, and even have incentives to reset your progress to 0. And of course, make only up bigger.
I would have never agreed to this. This is treason!
We knew you wouldn't agree to it, so we waited until nightfall and asked Twilight CJ. He was really into the idea.
How could this happen to me?
So come for the Spyro 3 race. Stay for CJ's pain and suffering.
Probably one of my favorite stories of all time was last event when someone asked at Legally Sam about the possibility of a user level showcase. It's my favorite story because here we are, Legally Sam will be doing a user created level showcase of Levelhead. It's a fun game and it's a great way to start the final day of SDAT.
Kefka returns to the mainland of SDAT with a fighting game showcase like you've never seen. We've heard rumor and innuendo about this run for some time, and after many marathons of begging him to submit it, he has agreed to show us his SmackDown Super Show showcase. Want to see who the real King of the Ring is? Tune in for this fighting game showcase. The ticket pays for the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
When 90% of you guys submit to SDAT, many of you don't know that Day 7 is actually Labor Day in the US, and say that you don't have availability for Monday. It's okay, we don't blame you. I blame you, but CC doesn't. So we put a call out for a daytime runner, and Seal answered the call. So thank you, Seal, for this Diddy Kong Racing all trophy races run. It's gonna be the real McCoy.
CJ, panicking over the schedule and worrying that the final day wasn't comfy enough, decided to insert himself on the schedule yet again, this time with another game that he did not submit. It doesn't actually matter because he is a one-man games committee, but still, here we are anyway. Bourgeois ZJ will be playing Wave Race 64. The legend of Noochwater lives on. I don't know what a Noochwater is, but that's what it says in the script.
I really don't vibe with Bourgeois ZJ any more than I like being called Choke Job, but that's neither here nor there. Behold, a new run on Labor Day from a familiar face. Dayman, the resident practicing doctor of speed dogs, returns to showcase Super Mario RPG Randomizer. In advance of the remake coming out this fall, check out everything this SNES classic has to offer. To ensure that everyone was as comfy as possible on Monday, I added in CC playing Ocarina of Time Defeat Ganon. It's old, it's tried, but it's true. On the final day of SDAT, when we are broke and saving our last few pennies for the finale, this is the nourishment for our soul. The post-SDAT blues are around the bend, and we need our spirits as high as possible before then. So CC's going to defeat Ganon for all you kind folks out there.
It's the highway to the end, and this year it's a short on-ramp. First, we have Laser playing Grand Poo World 2. Grand Poo World 2 is a Kaizo Mario ROM hack. If you don't know what that means, it means it's intentionally hard for the sake of being hard. It's the Dark Souls of 2D platforming, and watching someone play well is a spectacle in and of its own right. Slap a timer on it? Seriously, you'll be glued to the screen the whole time. Don't touch that dial when Grand Poo World 2 comes on, or you'll regret it.
Alright, sports fans, it's time for a T-Mobile bullpen call. Now pitching for Speed Docs, the SDAT closer, number 20, Jake F. Some numbers. Number 20.
That's right, everyone. Jake will return to SDAT, and we will end the show with him. However, we don't know what Jake is going to run. He has submitted it as a secret.
At 4 hours and 40 minutes, it's probably one of the longest finales in the history of Speed Docs. I've been told not to cheat and look at his speedrun.com page. I've also avoided Jake's stream. So here we are. All of the trust and love I have in this world, I've given it to Jake to make sure everyone goes to bed happy.
Well said, CJ. We'll all have to wait and see what Jake has in store for us.